Good afternoon, everyone. How are you guys doing today? Adoy, Anya, injured your arm playing football. Are you at home or are you at the hospital? I hope you will get well soon. Good afternoon, Sivlin. Oh, hospital, yeah. When did you have it? Last week? This week? Good afternoon, Sarota, Tera. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining our class. Hi, Chanratana. Good afternoon. Okay, Pania, if you have any problem with your QuickBooks, you can take time slowly. Please let me know if you need my help, all right? So you cannot play football for the time being, right? But I'm sure that you can still play. You know how to play? You play in your dream for the time being. Until you are recovered, then you can play again. All right? Pania, I'm just joking. All right. Okay, guys, thank you for joining our class. May I know if you have any problem or any specific concern about your QuickBooks that you want to share with me? So far, so good, yeah? Okay, can I get one volunteer to share your screen? It could be one person that has never shared screen before. Ken Huiling. Yes, you can. Could you please share your screen? Okay, let me grab my water first, yeah? Hold on. Too small. Can you make it a bit bigger? Okay, all right, enough. Okay, so we have 1954 for your cash on hand, 4781 for your bank account, profit and loss 664, correct? 6,800 your sales, and then your expenses will be 6136. Okay, correct. And then what about your AR and AP? Accounts receivable 7480, correct. Accounts payable 1903. Okay, good. Can I check on your tax VAT? Oh, wonderful. Good. 338 is the right figure. Guys, do you see the same figures on your screen? Anybody got different? The same? All right, good. Okay, can we go to your reports on the left navigation bar? And could you please show me your accounts receivable aging summary under favorites? Accounts receivable aging summary. If you run report, you won't see anything. Run report. Because you only see one day. But if you want to see the whole month, you have to choose end of the month. End of the month. Run report, then only you see. Okay, when you see all the 4 transactions from 4 customers are in the current column. Current column means the current month that they purchase things from your company. So when did the transactions happen? All transactions happen in the month of January. So that's why if you choose end of the month, you're going to see them all in the current account. I mean current column, meaning that now. If you move to the 28th February, can you change 28th February? Run report. They will move to the next column. So meaning that they are overdue and need to collect the payment. Okay. So meaning that they're not the current month, they already lapsed 1 month. If you move to 31st March, then you will see them moving to the next column. Can we change 31st March? Okay, so they move to the next column. All right, what does all the movement mean? So the movement means that it will give you indication if your customers have already paid your money that they owe you. Remember you sold services to them? When you sold services to them, do you supposed to collect the money? Are you supposed to collect the money? Yes. But have you collected the money? So it seems like you have not. So that would be an indication of poor collection. Poor collection means you sold something, you did not collect the money. And that's the reason why a lot of companies are having bad debts. So if you don't control your financial performance in the company, you end up having cash flow problem. So liquidity can be at risk because you did not collect the money and turn them into cash. They are still in the form of accounts receivable. Can we go to the next, back to the list of the report? Okay, you can choose the second one, balance sheet. Balance sheet will only tell you things related to asset, liabilities, and equity, nothing else. So you will see that we have assets like receivable, accounts receivable. Then we have the cash on hand, cash at bank, subscription receivable. Then we have the 4 types of fixed assets. Do you remember that we recorded transactions relating to furniture and fixtures, computer equipment, air conditioning, and also other fixed assets? So those are all considered to be fixed assets. And in your report, it is known as long-term assets, right? And then you will have the total amount of fixed asset. And this amount of total assets will be the amount equal to liability plus equity. So you go down to the end, you will see that amount also appears in total liabilities and equity. If you learn about accounting equation, you know asset equals to liability and equity. So amount of asset must equal to these two balances. Okay, so that's the reason why we need to have the balance sheet. Can we move to the next called profit and loss? So profit and loss, you don't see asset, you don't see liabilities, you don't see equity. You only see what? Revenue and expenses. What are your revenues here? Your revenues are the 4 services that you sold to customers. Hui Ling, can we go to the top? Okay, so you see that we have 6,800 total. That is the income, the revenues we collected from 4 services that we have. So we render service called taxation. We render service called accounting. We render services called recruitment and training. Okay. And then you will see that's total income. When you render services, we don't have any cost of goods sold. This is not manufacturing company. Therefore, you don't need raw materials. You don't need carriage inwards. You don't have any return outwards. So we don't have any cost of goods sold. So that's the amount of gross profit that you're going to have, similar like your income. All right, then we will minus off the expenses. We have different categories of expenses. Just minus them off. And at the end, you're going to get net profit, or we call it retained earnings. Okay. Okay, cool. Now what you need to do next will be to go to the reports again, list of reports available. If you want to find other reports, very easy. You can either scroll down or you can just type report name here. So if you want to see anything to do with accounts payable, just type in accounts payable or payable. Then you will come out all sort of payables available to you, summary, detail, whatever. And then if you want to see the liability report, you can click on liability report or type in liability. You can have like tax report, everything, okay? So you can even see general ledger, if I'm not mistaken. You can click the type, okay, type general ledger, general. Okay, so you can see general ledger means all list of accounts that you have in QuickBooks. It will be a very long list. You can scroll down from the inside. That one is on the outside. Yes, there is another list. Okay, good. What else? Do you happen to know if you need to export your report to something else? Can we go to the top, scroll up? Okay, do you see that we have email, we have printer, no, below, yeah. We have email, we have printer, we have even import, I think, export, import, and then you have the setting. So you can just export. For example, you want to export to Excel or Word. Word cannot, but normally Excel and PDF. Or if you have any other format of report, can also export. But we normally export to either Excel or PDF for viewing purposes. You can try, click on any of this and then see what will be the report if you have it in Excel. Click on Excel and then open up from the download folder.
Professor, my laptop don't have Excel.
Sorry.
Laptops cannot have Excel, like cannot open the Excel.
Oh, you cannot open. Why?
Yes, yes. I don't know to because I'm using MacBook and it's kind of like complicated to
Ah,
open the Excel.
but actually, we will need to open Excel later. How are you going to do it? Mm,
Uh, I will take it just take a long time, so I'm trying.
oh, okay. Later we will need to export because we want to prepare for that. All right. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, good. So you can amend, you can change according to what you like to do with this file, right? Okay, very good. You can even export to PDF. PDF will be something that you can only see. Here you can amend, you can put whatever things you want. The rest of you got it? Any question? All good? Okay. So if everything is good, now Ling, can we go to QuickBooks again? Okay. Can we go to reports and then see what else you want to view? Do you know that we have transaction list? You can even download all the transaction lists. You can view the report of your suppliers. You can have the bank reconciliation. We're going to do that later. Not today, but maybe next week before you sit for your quiz one. Do you know that your quiz one will be next week? I don't want to do this week because there are quite a number of friends who have never resolved their QuickBooks issue. So we still have time next week. So we're going to do quiz next week. So please attend according to the requirement given by LSA. Okay. Now, guys, I will need to share my screen because I want to do a little bit of recap. Willing, thank you very much. So far, guys, do you understand what I'm teaching on QuickBooks? Or do you have problem with QuickBooks or with my teaching style? You can tell me. If you want me to teach by singing, wow, I will sing, but you will fall asleep or you will, you know, be there forever because my singing is very bad. Okay, now I'm going to share my screen. Okay, guys, please pay attention. Okay, please pay attention carefully here. We want to do a little bit of recap, and I want you to be able to understand. The first thing that we do was to validate, right? Yesterday and the day before, validate our transactions. When we validate, there are a number of things that we validate. Do you remember what we validated? The first one that we validate was income. The second that we validate was expenses. Oh, not nice. Income. The second that we validate was expenses. And then the next that we validate was, what else did we validate? Income, expenses. And then we have what, balance sheet, right? Assets. And then we also have balance sheet, liabilities. And then we have balance sheet, tax payable. Okay. With regard to income, if you remember correctly, okay, do you remember that we have income coming from managing receivable file, the Excel. And then we recorded all transactions relating to recruitment service. And then what else? We have tax. And then we have, I think, training, right? And the last one we have accounting service. Correct me if I'm wrong, yeah? Okay, so these are all services that start their accounts. Okay, so these are all accounts that start with 40, is it? 40 or 4 something, okay? I can't remember, just put. Okay, so that is the account number. Income. Okay, income. All right, so did we do the validation, guys? Yes, we did the validation. If you remember the validation, you will see that our validation started with comparing the income from Excel And then you compare against, oh, I think I got it wrong. Okay, we have it from A. Now, and then you compare with books. And then you see the difference, right? Mm. Okay, so we got to compare from Excel, from QuickBooks, and then you see the difference. So that is what we did during the validation. I hope you still remember. So if your um, if you look at your Excel, you will have how much is the total, and then you see from your QuickBooks how much is the amount that you can get from that QuickBooks, and then you compare these two, you will get the difference. If the difference is 0, that means this is good to go. If it has figures, you have problem with that. Now, expenses, on the other hand, we start to have transactions, okay, on expenses coming from cash on hand and also cash at bank. Cash at Commonwealth Bank. Is it right? Cash at Commonwealth Bank. So there are 20 transactions here. And there are only 6 transactions. The transaction here, all expenses. How do you know they are all expenses? Because they all start with 6. All of them, 20. All 20 transactions, all expenses, because they start with 6. But the 6 transactions that we have, only 1 expense, and then 5 fixed assets. Is it 5 or 6? 5, right? Okay, only one expense, and then 5 fixed assets. So how do you know that this is expense, this is fixed asset? Because this one start with 6, and this one start with 1. So we know that transactions that start with 6 will be expense, same like this one, okay? And anything that starts with 1, we know that they are fixed assets. Okay, so far so good. Then we also need to compare like Excel, QuickBooks, and difference. Then We have balance sheet. Okay, balance sheet, we have the assets. You want to compare your cash, blah, 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 blah. And then you have the liabilities and everything, and then tax payable. Okay, so our focus for today will be mainly on this part. Oh, not nice. Okay, we want to focus on fixed assets. Okay, so what we're going to do with the fixed asset is that we want to list how many fixed assets do we have. So therefore, we need to have one table okay, that we want to know the account code, what is the fixed asset, what is the cost, what is the useful life, and what is the depreciation amount. Okay, here we want to have account code. Account code. Then we're going to have fixed asset. Okay, fixed asset, and then we want to have the cost. And then we want to have the useful life. Here. And then we want to have the depreciation. This one yearly. And we want to have the depreciation monthly. Do you follow me? Can you understand what I'm trying to do? So for us to know what will be the fixed asset that we have, can I invite everybody to go to the balance sheet in your reports? And how many fixed assets do we have? Can you all tell me how many fixed assets do we have in our balance sheet? Not how much, but how many? Is it 2 or is it 6? What is the number of fixed assets that we have there? How many accounts of fixed assets do we have there? Guys, go to balance sheet. Take a look at the fixed asset, long-term assets. How many fixed assets do we have there? Soklin, can I ask you to help me? Could you please tell me or show me your screen so that I can direct you? Okay. Okay. We don't want to have, I think, we want to have, I can confirm there are 4, there are 5, there are 8, I want like that. So we need to see first. Okay, let's wait for Soklin, yeah. Okay, the reason why we need to list down is because we want to perform depreciation, to calculate depreciation. What happened? Thank you, Soklin. All right, can we go to reports and then balance sheet? Oh, I've been asking all of you to go to balance sheet. No one went to balance sheet. Right. Okay, scroll down until you see long-term assets. Okay, how many assets are there? So clean. We have furniture and fixtures, computer equipment, air conditioning, other fixed assets. How many? Davin, you are right. 4. Okay, you can confirm that there are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, could you please tell me what is the code for the first asset? Okay, that one is just the general fixed asset, right? We want the cost of the fixed asset. What is the code? 110001. Do you agree? What is the fixed asset name? Furniture and fixtures. Okay. What is the second? Computer equipment 120001. Computer equipment. What is the third one? Air conditioning 130001. The last one is 140001. What do we call that? Other fixed asset. Okay. So how much is the cost? How much is the cost for furniture and fixtures? Okay, so this is the screen that I want you to refer to. Let me share my screen. Soklin, thank you very much. Soklin. Okay. Okay, so we want this one to be filled up. Could you please help me? How much is the cost for our fixed assets called furniture and fixtures? How much? Go to the total of that particular group. Very good. 300. What about computer equipment? Very good. What about air conditioning? 700. What about your other fixed asset? Do you all get the same? Everybody, do you get the same? Now, we need to calculate the depreciation. I'm sure that in your financial accounting classes, you already know how to do this part. Do you know how to calculate the, or how to do the depreciation? So depreciation, you need to calculate. Depreciation. You can calculate by taking cost divided by or you can take the cost minus the scrap value, and then you can times with whatever percentage given. But in our case, you will see in the policy that you are given the cost and also useful life. So if your cost is whatever amount, 300, and then you got to know how much is your useful life, okay, number of years, then it will give you depreciation per year. Okay, okay, I just do like this first. Now I want you to open up your PDF file, and from your PDF file, try to look for the depreciation accounting policy, and then find out what would be the useful life and what method does this company Top Consulting uses. I'm giving you like 2 minutes. You can open up your PDF, and then we are going to see if you can fill this useful life in terms of the year correctly, right? So try to find out now. Okay, I hope you guys are ready. And it says that furniture and fixtures will have 4 or 5 years. 4. Okay. Computer equipment will have 5. Air conditioning will have 5. And the last one will have 3. Okay. So what do you need to do is basically take 300 divided by 4. That will become the depreciation yearly. How much is it? How much will you get? 300 divided by 4. Do you get 75? And then if you divide by 12, how much will you get? 6.25. Okay. Okay, what about 1,400? You divide by 5, how much will you get? Okay, how much per month? Divide by 12. And what about 700? 140. And then if you divide by 12, how much you get? 11.66. Not 11.66, I think 11.67 if you round up the figure. And what about 290 divided by 3? How much you get? And if you divide by 12, 8.06. Okay, so let's say if you're talking about the depreciation for furniture and fixtures, cost is 300, and then useful life is 4. Then each year, your depreciation is going to be $75. Okay, this is per year. But if you want to calculate per month, it will be 6.25 per month. Why is that so? Because we have from January until December. So these are all 12 months period. Okay, so you have 12 months. Wow, so not nice, huh? Okay, so 12 months. So if you buy in January, So you will have all 12 months to divide. That's why we divide by 12, okay, per month. So let's say if you buy the asset, in March, so what? Do you have to divide by 12? No. From March until December, how many months? Okay, you only have 10 months. So you divide by 10 months. So that's how you do, okay? So hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say here. The color is not supposed to be there, yeah? Okay, 12 months. But if you buy in March, okay. But if you buy in March, then you're going to have 10 months. So instead of dividing 12, you need to divide by 10. Okay. So for example, if you have furniture, and bought. Okay, this one you bought, how much is the amount that you bought? 300. Okay, this one you bought. Okay, so if you bought at the price of how much? Maybe 100, then your depreciation will be cost was 100 divided by, is it 4 years? 4 years. Then you will get 25 per year. But per month, you're going to get $2, 2.5 per month. Why? Because only 10 months. Okay, so you need to play around with this. Okay. Is there any problem, any question that you like to ask? Okay, we have done this. Now what I want you all to do, Can I get one volunteer? Any volunteer in this class? Vinchai Chun, Vinchai Chun,
Yes, sir.
you want to share your screen?
Okay, sir.
Okay, Vinchai Chun, eh?
Yes, Professor. I'm here.
Um, thank you, Vinchai Chun. Now, can I ask all of you to prepare something like what I did on my screen just now, but I want to teach you how to generate much faster and easier so that you can make less errors, yeah? You don't have to worry about whether or not you copied the wrong figures and so on. Can we all go to balance sheet, everyone? Vinchai, I know that you are now on balance sheet. Can we just go to reports and then click on balance sheet once again? Okay, so once you have already clicked balance sheet, can you change the report period from 1st January until 31st January and run report, please? We just want to have clean, data. Okay, since we are going to do the depreciation, the only part that matters us will be our long-term assets or fixed assets, right? Can we go to long and fixed assets? Do you see that we have the total long-term assets amounting to 2,690? I want all of you to click on that amount. Everybody go to 2690, click that amount in your balance sheet. You shall see what you see on Vinchai's screen. Vinchai, am I pronouncing your name correctly? Vinchai?
Yes, Professor. It's correct.
Okay, all right. So we have 4 assets, but of course, one asset can have 3 transactions that make up the total figure, right? But we are more interested in the total figure. All right, could you please scroll up? Scroll up to the top. Okay, do you see that we have the more actions button at the top in green? Can I ask all of you to click on more actions? But I don't want you to do any action. I just want you to click on more actions. And do you see that we can export to Excel? And I want all of you to click on export to Excel. And please open that file in Excel.
Professor, I don't have Microsoft Excel on this PC.
Oh, you don't have?
No, I don't.
Okay, that can be that difficult. What about Word? You don't have Word too?
I do not have any Microsoft program on this PC.
So how are you doing with Excel?
I use Google Sheet.
Okay, you can open Google Sheet, no problem. Okay, great. Now, this is the sheet that you get from QuickBooks. Now, I want you to create another sheet next to it. Okay, go to another tab, and then I want you to have the same format like what I showed you. Let me just type in on your chat box. Okay, we will have account code. We will have fixed asset name. We will have the cost in dollar. We will have useful life here. We will have the depreciation yearly. And then we will have the depreciation. Monthly. Not monthly. Monthly. Hey. Oui. Okay, remove Y at the beginning. Okay, all right, perfect. Now, please put in the account code and then fix aside what is the cost, and then I want you to apply the formula. Okay, so what is the first account code? 110001. Okay. You can refer to your balance sheet here. Everybody, please complete this. We don't have a break. If you finish early, I can let you go early.
Professor, like for the fixed asset, do I put cost or do I just put the name? But I put the account code as cost though.
I know, but here you just want to make sure that later when you want to record transaction, that will be the account code that we are using. But we know that anything that ends with one is the cost, right? So
Yes.
we just need to put what is the name of that fixed asset. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. The most important is the account code. The account code should not be the parent account, like I said before. Don't forget, get all the amount in total. Yeah. Are you guys familiar with how to do the depreciation? I believe year 3 students should know, right? Okay, if you don't understand, you can let me know. I can teach you how to understand depreciation. And the method that we use in this company will be straight line method, right? Yeah. So straight line method is very simple. You don't have to minus off your accumulated depreciation every single time. Okay, apply formula to calculate this depreciation yearly, and then once you get it, divide by 12 to get your monthly. Okay, can you give a total of yearly and monthly? But actually, don't give to monthly. Don't give to yearly. We want only monthly. What is the total? No, no, no. Yearly, don't put. Monthly only. Yes. Okay, good. All right. Do all get 49.31? 49.31? Yes. Anybody got trouble to prepare this screen? I mean, to prepare the depreciation table like this? You can let me know. Vinichai, could you please open up your QuickBooks for me, please? Can you go to setting and I want to see your subscription and billing? The first, the profile, the first one, under profile. Yeah. When is the last date you can use? 19?
I had to create another account because the last one I did something irreversible.
What about the rest? Can you please check? Do you still have until 19th of February?
I think everyone else have 19.
19, yeah? All right, great. Okay. Any question from the floor? Any part you don't understand? So we're going to do the next activity together in the class to record the depreciation in our QuickBooks. Okay, I'll show you once and then you should be able to do the rest. Okay, do you have any question that you want to highlight to me? Anything you don't understand? Okay, this one you need to save and make sure that you can rename this sheet number 2 properly. Maybe you can put depreciation January. 2025. Okay, and then for sheet number 1, maybe you can put balance sheet data. Okay, that's it. Well done. Do you have any question to ask? Is everything okay, guys? Chutimun, where are you, Chutimun? You've been very silent these days. Hello, hi. Ratana, you okay? Melissa, Srenok, all good, yeah? Anybody got problem? Ratana, very good. Um, all good, yeah? He is too fast. Yeah, I think Vinichai is very fast because he is an expert. So we can refer to him if we have problem. Okay? Yay. All right, Vinichai, you can stop sharing. Shutimun, can I see what you have been doing? Maybe you are playing games, I think. Have you not completed it yet? Ah, you're doing great. Okay, guys, please use 2 decimal points. Don't give me like 8 decimal points. In currency, we only have 2. Yeah, okay, good. They all get 49.31. Maybe you can bold 49.31 and then put, 1 line above and 2 lines below. Okay, great. But you're doing great. Okay, if you have no further question, the rest of you, if you have completed and you got 49.31, you may go. I wish you have a happy weekend, wonderful weekend. What about the rest? If you have problem, you can always show your screen to me. The rest, thank you very much. You can go if you don't have any problem. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. And if you have problem, you can just stay on. I'll be in touch with you. Have a nice day. Yay. Thank you, Chitimun. Thank you, Daria. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to those who have shared the screen. Good. Bye, Sakliang. Sakling. Isai, goodbye. Perrin, goodbye. Mika. Ratana. Srinal. Bye.